I mean, I think they were blindsided by that pick, and you have to counter it. Like, there's no way you can just allow this to happen where
are sitting too far back and they're just missing out on a lot of CS.
Yeah, completely. And actually, they're going to go on Xiao right now, and they might actually pick up this first blood. Even with the stun by Yao, I don't think this is going to be enough, and this will be first blood for Moon Meander, as this Queen of Pain support is actually working out really well right now for compLexity.
Yeah, it certainly is. Swindamon's trying to get aggressive on, maybe with the help of Fly. That Rocket Barrage damage is actually enough to force Swindamelon's back, so they will bolt there. It's obviously going to be difficult to find the Jet Wave is going to be found by Moon Meander, who actually snuck his way into the trees, but MMY is now here to try and help out the lead. A beautiful play from Moon Meander, who actually used the snowball in order to escape, but unfortunately with Yao there sitting on the side, managed to get the Fissure to stop the retreat of Moon.
That Shadow Wave actually dealt so much.
By maybe who's trying to stack up, but he's going to be caught here quite heavily. Lays out the call down, tries to pick up the Banner Rune, does grab it, lays out a serious amount of damage to Swindamelon, stops that Flame Guard, which then takes away a large share of the damage. Swindamelon is in some serious trouble, will end up dying, and now with the Shallow Grave, even Ziz is going to be forced away. In fact, he's going to lose this man fight against maybe. Oh, Z-Freak comes in, upsets that one in the end. Maybe does die, but it's a 2-for-1 trade-off with compLexity, rotating 4 different heroes. Managed to make a really decent trade-off despite maybe dying. Now looks like MMY is going to keep himself busy, but it's bottom lane for Z-Freak. Almost goes down, but a nice snowball save. Moon actually keeps his ally alive, but now he is definitely going to be run down here as the first lance to slow him down. Swindamon's is coming in though, and LGD, knowing that, are going to play a little bit more passively. They start chasing Moon and will still be able to catch him out, so that kill is guaranteed for LGD. The rest of compLexity, even Ziz making his rotation over as the Clinks just takes one of the creeps. Swindamon's grabs an invis, but oh no, he's in some serious trouble, just gets bursted down again. compLexity just caught out. And now the scoreboard 6-2 as LGD.
Yes, they're doing fine, because that bottom lane still isn't very successful, but the amount of damage that maybe is just outputting with this rocket
free. Beautiful call down with the Fissure on top. Oh god, they like want to defend that one, but they just had no setup whatsoever in LGD.
As much as you can, and it looks like the attempt is going to go on Sylar here at top, where the Glyph is going to get popped, and there are enough heroes, and they have to do this. They actually have to get this kill right now.
Doppelganger and moving to the side, but the real Sylar is still caught out, but it seems like they tried to go for the illusions, and Sylar walks away. They thought it was a fake, but they were targeted on the real one. Now Jet White has already taken out the Queen of Pain. Moon Meander is stopped as well. That's going to be almost 3 down as Ziz managed to complete his TP just the last half second, but tower goes down. LGD miss out on that one kill. But yeah, just quite the nice play from Sylar. That was a doppelganger illusion, right? The one. Yeah, they assumed it was a doppelganger illusion. Oh, Swindamelon is now going to be hit by the call down, slowed down, and stunned up long enough that he's not able to make a jump away. Moon Meander now dropping quite low as Yao was able to chain stun him up. Xiao Wei is locked in by his allies and will be taken out. Fly, of course, had to sack himself in order to get that kill on the Lina. LGD still pick up 2 and take control of this middle tower.
Yeah, and maybe playing that gyrocopter, he's just doing so much damage right now. Nobody from compLexity can really stand up against the might of the Rocket Barrage, and right now it just seems like it's all LGD, as their early game control has been so strong this game. Their movement is 5. This is an objective-based team, and right now they're doing a good job of systematically taking down all the towers while still keeping up the farm. But Z-Freak from the back.
Yeah, he was looking for an opening, you know, just with the better harassment from the ice shards or something. Maybe he could burst down a hero, but the problem is the Dazzle was keeping them too sustained.
Come out here, and this is their comeback smoke, as they really need to kill out of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Trade at the worst.
Yeah, Snowball's going to come in. Maybe is instantly blown up. No, the Shallow Grave actually came in time. Maybe he's going to be saved here. The Shadow Strike will finish him off eventually, but he's still got enough damage to finish on 2, making a 3rd as Swindamelon goes down as well. Finally, they get the Ice Shards out from Moon Meander. Great play there, but it's still making only a small dent in the gigantic lead that LGD.
I don't really care if he dies. As odd as that sounds, it's more just the fact that you're hoping that he does more. But
oh no, Yule Scepter into the Light Strike Array, and finally it happens. Iz ran into the Gem Carrier. So, clearing through their own jungle, making sure that's secured. Swindamon's now going to be running into Xiao Wei. Light Strike Array does land on the money, and the follow-up stuns are there as well. Meanwhile, Snowball getting laid into Sylar. They desperately need this kill, but the Shallow Grave is already there, and he's got a doppelganger up in 2 seconds, so he is completely fine. compLexity are forced to back
for the comeback right now, and so if both of them are down, I think this is going to be LGD's cue to just head down and pretty much do whatever they want.
Xiao Wei has got another one. Yule Scepter, and Ziz is done for. It's not even even needing an Echo Slam. LGD is sitting on the bottom of the net worth, but if you exclude him, everyone else is sitting above. Swindamelons just gets destroyed there as LGD find yet another opening to jump him.
They're just getting picked apart. Kill after kill right now is Fly. Gets the cold embrace off, and this might actually be an opportunity, but no, there's no backup whatsoever. He's going to go down. MMY playing the lead.
Has been killed.
It's going to take a while for that to pay out, and I'm not sure if compLexity can make the game go long enough that it works out. Yep, they picked him off. Fisher laid into a Blink Echo Slam, and once again, Swindamelons is unable to make the... There's no way that compLexity are going to be able to defend it, it seems. Fly does have the Winter's Curse. Maybe they can try and catch somebody on the way out, especially with Swindamelons here now, but LGD actually just turning and fighting with Maybe. Now operating on that Aegis room from his bottom. He's actually going to try and take this fight. If they caught Swindamelons, now trying to burst him down. The Cold Embrace is there, but he does not have the Remnant jump away, so he will immediately die as Cold Embrace fades. They pick up another kill, buyback out from Swindamelons as he comes back from the side, but he's going to be locked down again. It's tieback now for our carry on compLexity. 4 down, and all we're left with a Tusk and immediate GG.
They DP'd 2 heroes when they went for the Clinks at top. They made sure the gem was there with the Earthshaker, and every single time.
You know that, like, we don't have nearly as many viewers as the other 2 games right now.
Well, I'll just cheat for you.
Exactly. So you're getting information.
Play range, but as soon as both those heroes come back, he just has to play the high ground. Like, look at this.
Yep, they immediately jump onto him, toss him back for that extra bit of right-click damage, which they will get. They actually do a good amount of burst damage to MMY, dropping down to about 40 HP. Swindamelons, though, blocked out by that said Fisher from Fly, means that Swindle is now going to die because of it. He actually gives away the first blood to Maybe, as he just had to run down river and obviously.
Xiao8 does need some levels. I would have actually kind of liked to see him in this top lane, but considering it is a duel in the bottom lane, this is just fine. But
Swindamelons get caught. He tried to hide himself in the trees, but they actually ran him down, and now with Yao joining the party, they will be able to get that 1 kill. At the same time, the double damage Z-Freak, not enough to finish off MMY. He barely lives. And Z-Freak, if he's not careful, he'll dive to the toss. Gets the heal off just in time, though.
Don't freak out about it. But LGD, if I'm giving advice to LGD, keep up the pressure non-stop.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing here in this middle lane, but they may be caught because of it. Swindamelons is still going to go down as Yao actually gets the snowball effort to be able to finish off the Dragon Knight. Now Moonmeander's stuck in a very bad position. He gets the Shallow Grave, but they're just going to run him down until they can toss him up in the air or the Tusk. And perfectly timed by Maybe, managing to finish him up the Time Hunter as he runs himself away. The Ice Shards out from our Tusk, but a good Fisher separating both Maybe and MMY. Z-Freak actually ran backwards. Now he's going to be caught by Maybe because of that double kill from Maybe. LGD just running rickshaw all over compLexity in this game too. He's up his earn now, still has enough to be able to buy boots if he wants it or finish up the wand. Meanwhile, their middle tower does drop because while they were farming down when Swindamelons has been slowly chipping away with his ultimate, Swindamelons gets caught by the snowball. Yao turned around by the Fisher. They're actually going to come in with a relocate play here. Ravage goes off immediately in order to stun these 2 up. Do they actually have the AoE disabled? Doesn't look like it. Both Moonmeander and the Earthshaker end up going down. Swindamelons is now trying to run himself away from Sylar as he joins the party. Z-Freak trying to be the target. Oh, he actually relocates back. The tiny Swindamelons does still get caught by Yao and will end up going down as he can't even run himself away. Ziz did TP in, but once again, Clinks can't really do anything in the first 20 minutes of the game. So Current and Phase Boots just run down the Tide Hunter. And perhaps Yao is going to get a free kill on Fly as well. Blocking him out, Relocate's going to come in to make sure there is no escape for Fly, but there wasn't anyway.
Yeah, there's so much gold going the way right now of LGD. Complete map control. It just feels like they're everywhere once.
Z-Freak, full HP, goes to the Shallow Grave, but that just means Maybe says, fine, I'll go for Swindamelons instead. Brings him low enough that Yao is able to grab the kill.
And now it's 13-1 in head. Like, they probably just weren't communicating that at all, because there's no need to at that point.
Maybe, yeah, they toss it in the toss. Go for Z-Freak in the background, and Walrus Punch snowballing up. He couldn't even get off the Shallow Grave. This is why Z-Freak full HP Shallow Grave last time. Now the Ravage are going to be able to catch both of the LGD members on their way out, but a really good Ice Blast. It's going to make sure that Moonmeander pays the ultimate price. And now with Sylar just diving into these tier 2 towers, they're willing to fight compLexity full on. Fly managed to get a really good Fisher there. Ziz is also trying to fight up against the rest of LGD, but they're selling healthy enough that they even get kills underneath the tier tier 2 tower. Now Swinameld comes in, trying to finish off Yao, but it's still not enough damage. And Shalgrave comes out. Swinameld turns to fight. He knows he's dead, and he's just trying to get whatever kills he can, but there's just none to be had. Ultra kill for maybe beyond godlike LGD. Now going for a relocate back to base, because why the hell?
To go for the 5-man. They've got that blink dagger like I talked about on Moon Meander, so this could be the fight where they turn things around.
Yeah, but yeah, he had an Invis rune, and if they get a really good Ice Blast, it may not matter. In fact, they're going to go for Z-Freak in the background, trying to get the double snowball, manages to stun up Z-Freak, but he didn't get hit by the Ice Blast, so he won't immediately shatter. In fact, he's able to Shalgrave and get back to the base, but yeah, our Earthshaker is not quite so lucky. He's going to be going down. Moon Meander as well as Ziz are going to be running through the jungle to safety. Maybe going to be able to get the kill on Zhao 8. Could be there. Oh my god, they actually ravaged for it.
Yeah,
that's heavy commitment, but maybe that's just what they have to do in order to get themselves on the to spend your time actually taking objectives, which is exactly what they're doing for this middle tier 2. Now the relocate up to the top lane. They're going to go for Swinamount's. Fly is sitting on the side though, ready to go with the Fisher. Swinamount has already been hit by the combination and is going to be brought down with a couple more right clicks. Ziz comes in, trying to threaten MMY, brings him quite low, needs another shot. MMY comes back for the relocate out, he gets it! Is able to get away. Yao in the meantime, oh my goodness, they even got the dazzle. This is just
losses. Like a trade is usually good when you're behind, but not when you're this far behind. You have to get something out of this.
compLexity go for the Roshan pit. That's not there. They do manage to get the jump here on Yao, so they'll chain stun him down. The relocate, they're actually still going to fight this one with 2 Ice Blasts on the side. Fly actually tries to lock down the heroes with the Echo Slam. Immediately going for MMY, who will end up dying. And now maybe is very quickly running himself away, actually turns around to go back for Moon Meander and brings him low enough that perhaps Silent is the one to be able to get the kill. Silent just mans up against Swinamel's, already taking away his damage. Ziz doesn't have the attack speed to threaten Silent, so he's immediately cleaned up by the Tiny as well. Zhao 8 now pushing forward as a support, doesn't really care. Maybe a living missile for the Tiny. No, he blinks forward in order to toss the Dragonite back. Gets that kill. Now going for Z-Freak as well. Maybe he's got another toss up in 2 seconds. Can he actually stop this? TP away? He does indeed. He's still got a stun as well. He can blink forward to try and go for Fly in order to wipe compLexity. As the Ice Blast comes in, Fly is able to dodge it, but a toss in, Fly right in front of the fountain, and he's being threatened by LGD under the 20-minute marker. Now here comes the TPs forward. Swinamel is trying to get in range of a stun, but LGD are actually going to leave the base. Up to full HP immediately, and compLexity now have no more offense left. In fact, they're going to lose their most offensive hero, Z-Freak. He gets hit by the Ice Blast, he's just left to die.
But he doesn't have a TP back to the base, unfortunately, and I think there is still a gem on LGD. No, there actually isn't. So maybe he can just pick off one of the heroes really quickly. I think that's the best possible option for him right now.
Yeah, he's going to try and go for MMY, but MMY does have the Ghost Scepter, so there's a response from him. And now the Flanks is immediately going to be targeted by both Yao, as well as the Ice Blast out from the Ancient Apparition. Ziz does get some distance, but toss forward. Yao will be able to snowball him as well. Ziz locks the corner. Maybe he's going to be able to finish him off with a couple of stuns, and now maybe moves on to the next target. Swinamel's takes a couple of swipes there. Moon Meander moves forward. Between the double damage reduction of both the Breeze Fire as well as the Smash, Tiny's not doing too much. Fly barely able to stay ahead of Sylar there as Dragonite does a nice little loop-de-loop in the middle of the air, but maybe going down as the Ice Shard's going to block out his exit to the fountain. He will fall, and so too does Moon Meander. As Sylar, last couple right clicks. Oh no, the Fisher comes in. Finally, the Plasma Field to finish him off. 3 heroes go down right in front of the fountain, and LGD back up after taking a second.
Too much. Well, it's...
Yeah, right. Mega Creeps. There's no optimistic way to play this one. It is impossible for compLexity to win unless there's some sort of freak lightning storm that somehow kills LGD all in real life, and that doesn't seem to be happening. So.
Actually, that's not
don't doubt compLexity's comeback. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, what an Echo Slam! That was okay. All right, Fly's gonna at least get something out of this one. They pick up 1 kill. That's the Tusk.
There is a rapier on their Wisp. He sold everything to buy a raid.
Oh, look at that. MMY. He's thinking of the viewers, man. He's thinking of the viewers. People are going to get those extra items for the Divine Rapier buy. So,
just planting random boards on the ground now, too. They recognized that this was over a while ago. There's just so much pressure on the map at once by LGD. And, I mean, if you're compLexity, you're going to be a little disappointed, with, especially with how this game goes.
Yeah, complexity though to end on perhaps a lighter note. They did, what did they do in their game versus MVP? Did they go 1-1 or 2-0?
They're 2-0, so they're still 2-2. So
yeah, they still have a perfectly fine standing in the group stage. Just obviously being trounced by LGD doesn't feel great. But